Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode number 201 of the Terminus podcast for the weeks of February 4th, 2023. I'm your host, Ellis, otherwise known as the Admiral. With me, I have one engineer, that's Nicholas Christensen, no fireman, two horsemen, Dean Masara and Tyler L., and our brakeman, Aiden Jensen, as often as some people would complain about. Oh, Andy's dead. Andy's back.
There you go.
He's allegedly here.
Hi, I'm the scamp, otherwise known as TJ.
No. Before he drops again, the train will terminate at this station. Alright, who's introducing the location?
I guess I'll do it. Go, Dean. Go. You took it. Go.
We are in St. Louis, Missouri. It is currently 7:03 in the evening. There are currently no trains, but there are two yellows. So we have something coming, hopefully.
Maybe.
And the pedestrian sign off to your right has had just a bit too much to drink.
I don't think it's moving. I think you've had too much to drink.
Yeah.
No, it is very much moving.
No, it's not moving. It's you.
No, it's not me.
It's staying in one place, Dean. It's not going anywhere.
Damn it.
Have you
Quit
been drinking this
gaslighting me.
evening?
No, it's doing something.
No, Tyler,
told
don't give him continue gaslighting Dean.
God damn.
It's becoming a werewolf.
He's been huffing the fumes from the NS explosions.
God.
We're here for that.
Class 1 Mantle of Responsibility. Actually, we do not start with NS, but we're going to end with NS, and NS could end the entire town of East Palestine. No, we start with BNSF again. They derailed on Tehachapi. That was back on the 22nd of January.
Yep.
No.
3 days later, CSX hit a truck for the second time that week in that town. So, it's an event. Don't drive across the tracks in Wingate, apparently. Breaking into February, 2 dead, 1 injured after a Canadian National train hit a car. And the following day, Detroit-Chicago Amtrak routes were canceled because of a derailment over in that area. Also CN, incidentally. Then, of course, the headliner of the period. Oh wait, sorry, there's one that came before that happened on the exact same day. An NS employee was seriously injured in Yuma, Virginia. I believe it was a rail yard incident. Yeah, I don't know if I assume this person is okay. They suffered a serious injury. And then NS, not to be outdone by themselves, decided to blow up a train on the what is this? The Pennsylvania-Ohio border.
Yes.
Yeah. So
there's a very devastating but fitting image of the welcome to Ohio sign.
God damn
I have
it!
to find it.
If you can find it, please post
I
it.
gotta find it.
Also, what are those engines on the head of that train?
Cheap 40s, I think.
No, who do they belong to?
There it is.
The Terminal Association, not new, St. Louis.
St. Louis.
New St. Louis.
There you go. That's for
St.
termination too.
Okay.
Speaking of the East Palestine stuff, update from I don't know if that's an hour ago or
Recently.
a few minutes ago. It's now a 2-mile radius is the shelter in place, and the mile radius is the evacuation.
Yeah.
Well, they already blew it up, didn't they?
It is.
Well, no,
it is
it's
still
still
exploding.
Oh, fun.
It's still in the process of exploding.
Yeah.
In a press briefing Monday afternoon, Governor Shapiro said that 10 of the 22 affected women are still Pennsylvania residents had not been evacuated as of Sunday evening. They are trying to controlled release the incredibly hazardous chemicals from these burning tank cars. I don't know how you do that exactly. Either way, it does not look like it has been particularly controlled. There was a big explosion today. Just one of these things, I suppose. They just have to let it burn out because there's no way they can get a fire department on scene to take care of it, because if there is a big explosion, it could wipe out an entire fire department.
Also, real quick, I heard, I can't really verify this, but I heard that one of the crew had disconnected the locomotives from the train.
Well,
and booked it towards
and
the
left.
destination.
And left. Yeah.
No,
They just sort of,
when you look
like-
behind you and see the train exploding, that's when you go, Notch 8, bye.
Yep. Notch
Well, I
8, decouple the train, go.
I just wasn't sure if that was actually a thing. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
No, that will be in the Hollywood movie about this.
Yeah, meanwhile
Well,
on Union Pacific, a flexible conductor has been dispatched to your location. It will arrive in 2 to 3 hours. Please do not breathe in the smoke.
Unstoppable.
Chris Pine is on his
While,
way.
while you wait for
No, this is
the
the inverted. Sorry.
the inverted unstoppable, where it has stopped and
Yes.
is exploding. Yeah.
Now, this time it's Chris Pratt.
Listen,
Chris-
this is
Oh
what
my God.
happens when you shoot the damn gorilla. Okay.
Chris Pratt as Mario.
Yeah.
I'm
Next
sorry,
thing,
Mario. The
get the hell
fire
out
department's
here.
in another castle. Or your conductor.
That's the title.
Oh my God.
The fire department's in another castle.
Anyway, I went to the Big E this past weekend. I don't know what you guys have been up to. I know, Milky, you got rid of a boat so you could do more with your speeder.
Yeah.
But I spent the weekend at the Big E. I've got some fun pieces of news there. I talked to a lot of people about trading cards, and one of the individuals that seemed the most interested is one that is not going to be sort of a gift shop situation. We're going to make a Main Central 470 trading card, which is going to be part of the raffle rewards for their event this August. So the 470 folks, or rather the woman that I spoke to, was very enthusiastic, and it's good to see someone with optimism at the head of a project like that. It was also good to hear 470's whistle about once every 30 seconds for 2 days. Because they had that thing on 11, which of course had come down from Edaville. And you could just go up and you could donate any amount of money, or you could just do it for free, get in the cab, ring the bell, blow 470's whistle.
So is it just like you turn around every 30 seconds, you're like, did they finish it yet?
Yeah.
Is it here?
Yeah.
Oh no,
It was just like, no matter where you were in the show, you could hear them blowing the whistle. You pull to the parking lot, you could hear it. You inside, waiting for food, in the bathroom, you just hear someone blowing. The only thing that wasn't allowed was crossing signals. And I think they got on people for doing shave and a haircut at some point too, because I only heard one of those. What was very funny was, as it was winding down on Saturday and they were letting the pressure go down in the locomotive, I was walking out with Gloria to the car, and 11 is like in the background in the middle of the buildings, and they're blowing the whistle, but it's getting like sadder and sadder sounding. It's like, woo, woo, woo. And I keep going, good night, 11. Good night.
Good night.
I also have a link to the 2023 Bachman catalog announcements, because of course they were at the show.
Yeah.
And I talked to the folks from 3713 who are having a rough time with the current director of Steamtown, who just kind of doesn't want to play ball with them. It's very unfortunate. usually unbridled optimism has been dampered a little bit. But
You mean to tell me the Super Pacific?
it's going to
They're
take
trained there.
even more time.
No.
They've only been working on it for 40 years. It needs to be longer. But one of the folks there, one of the two folks that always comes to the Big E, that I always talk the ears off of, is part of this 44-tonner project. There is one at the Tri-State Historical Society, the Danbury Railroad Museum, and the Delaware and Ulster. Each of these organizations owns a 44-tonner, and all three will run again. Oh, sorry. The fourth one is Operation Toy Train of New York. One of them is being parted out so that the other three may run.
Oh,
So, yeah.
check the rail cam real quick, but I'll go back to like 1905 and a half. It's like a hell of a power move.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
The sign isn't moving anymore.
God damn it! You admit it. You admit it.
Anyway,
It'll be interesting to see this 44-tonner project come along because,
Yeah.
like, it's a bit sad that they do have to gut one, but to clarify, the one that's gutted is not going to be gone. It's just going static display mode.
yeah, they're taking all the internals out of it. They're taking the guts out and distributing them to the other 44 tonners. Someone cue the Soviet anthem, please. And
I knew it was going there.
There we go.
R-tonner.
I discussed with them about not only making potentially a card for 3713 that they could sell because they're like all merchandise at this point, but also making one for one of these 44 tonners, which would be very fun. And the people across the aisle from the PN booth, which if Ogillies ever listens to this episode, which he probably won't, is the Connecticut Eastern Railroad Museum, which we found in the woods, just sort of near the Connecticut. I think they're in Plainfield, Connecticut. They rebuilt a roundhouse from the ground up. They have a really funny, like, eclectic arrangement of locomotives and cars and stuff, including a gas-powered rail car or rail bus.
Oh,
And
this is cute.
They really wanted me to do a card for that, so
That sounds suspiciously
Cute.
familiar.
I know, right?
Fucking sawmill, Longleaf sawmill.
Yeah, I mentioned that. I couldn't remember the name of the sawmill. I was like, oh, I rode in something like that.
Yeah, it was like Longleaf or something like that.
Yeah.
But
Oh, that was
Rondell,
the
probably
jankiest
not.
train ride I've ever been
that
in.
was
scared
fantastic,
me.
honestly.
Listen,
Also,
it was interpretive track work.
interpretive track. Is that what Weibold called it?
Yeah,
Because
you called it.
that's a Weibold phrase for sure.
Yeah.
But
It's just-
also someone got their bag of rare HO models nicked at the train show,
Yeah.
which is a
Sag.
tremendous oof. I hope they get it back. That's
You also forgot one important thing.
what's that?
Your mortal enemy was there.
Yeah, but I didn't see him, so it's fine. I forgot he
that's
was
fine.
there. I didn't see him.
You forgot he was there.
I did. I mean, you know, I
How do
forgot
you
about the
feel
whole
now
thing.
that your mortal enemy is working?
I
Blissful
spent the whole
ignorance.
goddamn time running around to different booths, being like, "Hey, so trading cards?" And of course, the first people I went to were, and I can tell this whole story, but I don't want to take up the whole podcast with it. The first people I went to were the WWF, and they said, "We don't know if the people that come up our way would buy these kinds of things. They're very cool, but I don't know." So then I went to the main narrow gauge, and the main narrow gauge said, "Oh, these are awesome. We would love it if you made cards." So I might be doing a 2-foot batch of like 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, and number 1, the Diesel, the weird, tall, thin boy.
Mr. Leg Day.
Yeah, Mr. Leg Day.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be working on it just one day at a time, 1 week at a time. I'll just work on it when I'm at the PN. Right now, I did the 470 card and sent that off to the woman who runs that, and waiting for a response. So yeah. Anyway, Tyler, it's your birthday, so you go next.
Oh yeah, yes. Today I've been untimely ripped from the womb.
Put
I
it
will
back.
go murder the Tyrant King later. Anyhow, so things that I have been up to. Well, first of all, the general update of big project. There's not much on the differentiation of big project, but
Big
let me get
project
the most
being the
recent
quest
render.
for a million cookies.
Yes. There is current render of Cookie.
From now on, I will be referring to you working on these things as you playing Cookie Clicker.
Clicker.
It's getting there. I think last time I did show the interior of the headlight,
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
but
Why?
I'm now working on the interior of the smoke box. Got rivets on the new Congdon stack, which that's coming along.
I'm sorry, the what stack?
Congdon?
Oh, I
Cocked
thought you said something way
Yeah.
different.
Cocked on.
No, I thought you said condom.
Yeah,
the
the
condom
condom
stack.
Yeah.
Yes, that. Yeah.
It fits over the top, and when you push the engine to this limit, it just blows up like a
It
balloon.
prevents you from doing the which way weeks around method.
Well, it's still finishing up some details here and there. There's still a list of 20-something things I need to finish, but I recently gained more time in my schedule, so we'll see that coming along soon.
Yeah, so we'll
well.
be doing Royales. No, maybe.
Yeah.
Actually, yes, maybe. Other things I saw, baby trains.
Baby trains.
This is
It's
the
e-
largest train I saw. Well, okay,
This is
excluding
the largest
the
train.
magma.
Does it have a leaf spring on the
This is
smokestack?
no.
Maybe.
No,
So,
that's what happens when you
I
don't use
ended
the
up
condom
going
stack.
to.
It's a baby.
This is Maricopa Life Steamers. So this is a club that's in north of Phoenix. They're the largest private club, I think, in the U.S. It's either the largest private or public.
Probably public.
Yeah,
Because
because
I
Train
would
Mountain is
say-
the largest of the
Yeah.
other kind. I
Yeah.
just forget the differentiation.
Yeah,
Train Mountain is the largest
a
north
mile.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So most of the loops here are like a mile and a half round trip at least. There's one line that's 3.5 miles.
Wow.
So it was fun. We took a little ride. They ended up. There was the southern line that when it goes by, there's a go-kart track, and these things were going like 60 miles an hour. I swear.
God.
Let me see
Judge
that
500. Let's go.
That's 500.
We're over here with the speed limit set at 5 miles an hour, and these things are going by us at like
Hecking
Mach
speed.
2.
Yes.
Yeah, there you can see part of the track in this.
I need to put.
Um,
I need to just get a go kart with a police siren on it.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Anyway,
so I ended up taking a bunch of photos of the baby gauge while my father was just looking at me like, "What the heck are you doing?"
baby gauge.
Ends up with. There's also the cute little museum here. Boop boop boop. Moki, you're gonna like this, and actually, this gives me ideas.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I don't
Oh my
know
God.
if
No.
want to track gauge.
Oh my god.
What the hell?
Here.
The doors
That's
work.
great.
The doors work.
Oh
I
my god.
love this.
It'd be very funny if you could, like, train a cat to go in there.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You just stop. The door's open. A cat comes out.
And then there's one of the number plates supposedly off of New Open Ivyland 40.
Hmm.
Do they
There's
want it
just
back?
one. I don't know. They probably have a replacement at this point.
Yeah.
They-
No,
Yeah, so
it's made out of cardboard. It's the fake number plate. They don't know where the other one is. Nobody's told them.
Yeah.
This is them finding out.
There was just a bunch of
Wait,
There's
guys.
also a number.
If anyone's
Okay.
watching this, do not tell New Hope and Ivyland.
Yeah. Do not.
On the off chance. Anyway, continue.
And then there's stuff. I got a couple of new items. One of them is a book on early Japanese railways. So
Base.
I have more power in that sphere now.
Yes, and hopefully soon you'll
Be
have
scared.
even more power on that. I mean,
Well, it's not like I'm not getting a new laptop soon. We'll see.
Yeah, then you can model even faster.
Yeah, and I can render even better.
Hmm
Yeah.
And then I'll be unstoppable, and
There-
maybe I can make a cookie a year.
It's gonna be the shiniest untextured cookie you've ever seen.
Watch me finish the cookie with
You will never
this
finish the
laptop
cookie.
right now.
Oh,
and
just
then
give me the,
get the new one and be like,
And then it just bursts.
I don't
We
need
make
this
it.
now.
give me a
Yeah.
box of Chips Ahoy. I'll show you how to finish a cookie.
Alright.
Said every lactose intolerant person ever.
I see
I-
LNG boy.
First of all, yes. Second of all, that has never stopped me before. The other day, I was driving Gloria over to their dad's house, and I just kept being like, "There's a Johnny Rockets in the mall over there. I want a milkshake so bad," knowing that I would suffer. And the only reason I didn't get it is because of things that I'm not going to get into about the wagon.
No one heard my joke.
No.
Money.
Sad.
Anyway, point is, I didn't stop there, but I would have in another life.
I'm gonna have to rewatch
Yeah.
simply to like hear what I missed.
Yeah.
Oh man, Hemlock is listening to this, seething because they would have been able to hear everything, and you came on like a half-capable podcast host.
Yes.
See,
It has
I'm
absolutely
holding a
nothing
model.
to do with the fact that Tyler and I were in a voice chat already before.
I'm pretty sure you could have kicked Dean out.
No, because I was on last time.
Was
That
it?
was a guess. No.
Oh wait,
no,
yeah,
as a
no, you.
host.
That's
Yeah.
right. Dean was. Yeah.
Oh, plus
Yeah,
three?
that's why. Because
Yeah,
Dean
I
had
wasn't
the
on last
mantle.
Anyway, what else is going on?
But what isn't an L is my Portland Traction Company boxcars that I got.
Yeah.
I love these boxcars.
Yes, they're very nice. I was just randomly searching up Portland Traction Company on eBay as I regularly do.
Just
To see,
casually.
okay, like, okay, I get timetables. I got a lantern once that I should have bought, but that's beyond the point. And then occasionally, and I say occasionally, but like every year I'll get some Portland Traction Company boxcars and XO that show up on there. And I'm like, huh, this mailbox is mine. So, so I won 3 of them, and one of them's a 1989 convention car,
Oh,
which I think is the reason why these exist.
oh, what? That you figured they wouldn't have made a model of them otherwise?
Yeah, because that Model Railroad convention was held in Portland, Oregon, so they probably made these cars for it.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
it's the model car that's significant, not the prototype.
no.
No?
It's yeah, that's pretty much how it is. It's the road number or road name, not the car.
I see.
The car itself is a generic Walters wooden brace box car.
I see.
Those are everywhere, but Portland Traction Company is not. I've only seen it 5 times on eBay, and I own 5 of them. So, needless to say, I'm only aware of 2 road numbers: the 1720 and the 1700.
Excuse me one moment, please.
So I now have 3 1720.
Well, re-letter that.
Although these ones came with weights, so They're going to be a bit easier to put KDs on and metal wheels. I can't wait to run them on my nearest mile railroad and or well, just my mall railroad in general, I guess.
Cool.
Which also it's getting more trees.
Goodbye. Goodbye, East. Hello, East. Goodbye, East. Hello, East.
Is it going to speak
What?
to do what I did over the last 2 weeks?
You said you wrote down. I don't think I've done anything.
Yeah, but then I remembered I did something.
Okay, well you might want to change what you wrote down then, because I was 100% ready to skip over you.
I did something.
Do you have a picture
Anyway,
of the?
passenger cars and cool diesel.
Show me the trees.
There's the trees.
They're. Hold on, I'll grab a picture of them.
Oh,
They're
okay,
the
no, I
same
thought you were
pine trees.
I thought you were segueing to the trees. Never mind. Tell me
Wait,
about the
what
cool
trees?
diesel, because I know it is significant.
Yes.
Wait.
East, I am the captain.
I'm beyond confused what's going on. I missed like 2 seconds and everything is on its head.
East.
You're telling me.
So
But
you
no,
see
but-
train with
Yeah.
big
Yeah.
tanker in
Yes.
middle of units.
Yes.
What is?
This is
No.
what caused the explosion in East Palestine.
God damn it!
LPG.
Remember,
I
kids,
was-
drinking LNG is good for your health.
It cures
Without a
COVID,
doubt.
actually.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah,
no, I was
Yeah,
asking. I
so-
was asking Milky about his diesel.
Yeah, that's the context.
How's your locomotion,
section
Milky?
stealing bastard. No, just. But anyway, I bought it because it's a 70-tonner and it's cute and it's a unique road name, the Baltimore and Annapolis
Ohio.
Railroad. Which only owns the one, number 50. And I thought, I know someone in this very chat that's interested in this. He might get a kick out of this. So I'm like, hey, Ryan, you want this?
It turns out he did, in
It's
fact, get a
sure.
kick out of it.
Yeah. So I'll be submitting to him sometime in the next few months.
Cool.
And he's going to number it.
Okay. Now, East, you tell me about your diesel.
Oh.
Oh,
The boy.
Either or.
Either.
Okay, so this was a very typical consist coming out of Miami.
It's got two sets.
It was just the one set and the SD40. However, shortly after, PTC caused this.
All right.
Oh no.
The second set in this image, which originally was the lead set, the lead engine, I believe it's 812, had a issue in the cab with PTC. And that's actually the second time, it was the first time. It happened again earlier this week, where 812 broke the bed. So they ran out. They ran out a second LNG set.
yes.
So it was pretty
Yeah, they ran
cool because all of the engines were online. So this train was massively overpowered for what it was.
All right.
And such zooming.
Yes. And the other thing is, I got onto MPS and I've laid out some terrain.
Yeah, I need to. I know I had my fairly blunt response in the stream to you about streaming MPS, but the more
Yeah.
that I've thought about it, it's like I would like to do it as like a social event. You know.
Yeah.
The first thing you said that I just think like, oh, I'm building another route, and then I thought about it for a while. And I was like, yeah, but there are other people there.
Yeah, you can also just watch us build the web.
Yeah. I'm gonna log on and stream and just
Free
commentate,
content.
browse
Yeah.
Reddit while you guys build a city.
Here
Exactly.
we see a Wild East building a city park.
Yes.
Actually, this is a Wild Kavan building an interchange like Santa Fe Junction gobbles.
Well, there sure
Yeah.
is a lot of Santa Fe.
Yes.
Yeah.
In
7
fact,
locomotives worth? 6.
yeah, something like that.
One of those
Yeah.
numbers.
Yeah, it's at least one of those numbers, and some SP as well.
Yeah, to be honest, when I first saw that screenshot, I'm like, is that our map?
I know, because Kavan works in magical ways. You'll go to bed one day and this area will be completely good, and you'll come back the next day and you'll have a fully flushed out route. And Kavan would have DM'd you at 4:30 in the morning and been like, "Hey, I did a thing."
Yeah.
I'm not quite used to seeing the skyscrapers in Geiger.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It's starting to look like an actual city now.
Yeah.
Listen, Kavan just doesn't know what sleep is.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Yeah.
been a thing
True.
for as long as we've known
Yeah.
Kavan. Anyway. Is there anything
Yeah,
else
but
we're
also-
missing?
No, I think that's everything.
I did get onto MPS just a little bit. I got on and I schputz around and I started doing industry stuff, which
Ooh.
I created a form to fill out when you guys create industries, but I'm 100% there for if you want to just sort of point me at an industry and go like, hey, I want it to do blank, you know? I'll make industries happen. We
I
also
want
Point
to turn
at
food into
industry.
food.
Hey, Ellis, do blank.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, actually, what we're gonna do is locomotive versus.
No, what
Oh,
I
okay.
want this industry to do is turn sand into food.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Soil
so you
and
can
soil and
pound
yellow
it?
or something.
Paint it black.
Or every time it gets
American
everywhere.
Pie.
Anyway,
Who's gonna say locomotive versus?
Locomotive.
There we go.
That was bad.
Locomotive
You say
versus
I'm bad.
ASMR. Anyway, Kaiserin is going to be kind of upset because she suggested this, and then she barely missed this podcast because she got the town wrong.
Ooh, I'm sorry, Kaiser.
But we're doing it. The Red Devil versus the French thing, 242A1.
I should probably pull up the red. Well, anyone want to take these two locomotives, or can I go ahead and take Red
We
Devil?
didn't discuss that, did we?
Wait,
No, we did not.
I'm not opposed to tanking the French thing. And I'll put my Red Devil trading card away.
God, the frog makes some weird looking locomotives.
Because I do have the physical copy of the card.
Which is
Copy as
super
well,
cool.
but it's not with me.
Yeah.
You know, the
Now-
French
now
make
the
some
top-
really weird looking locomotives.
Now the top of the deck is my son, the M6 Mogul.
I haven't. I do not own any legendaries because I
think
only
I
keep
almost have.
I only keep one pack for myself. So when I get rarer stuff, I tend to trade down so I can get like 2 or 3 cards for one.
Yeah, I get that.
Anyway, let me get a picture of the Frenchie.
I think I almost have
I-
one of
I just
every
put a
deck.
picture of the French in there.
Oh, thank
I'm
you.
putting the Red Devil in right now.
Yeah, it's the same one that I got.
Notably,
Big-
one of these is Cape Gauge.
Big Baldy.
Yes, notably.
I think this is going to be a bad time for the Red Devil, but
What is that wheel?
I'm going to go first.
I just noticed that the Red Devil has like a wheel on like the outside of the rear driving wheel. What the hell?
Let me see.
if you turn
That little
that, it
silver thing.
shakes the pedestrian sign.
Yeah, right.
What? the
I know
hell?
I've asked Tyler this before, but I do not remember what it is or what it does.
I'm trying to remember as well. I'm looking at photos trying to
Very
see.
recent modification. Because there's images of the Red Devil without the wheel.
Actually,
Well, no. It looks like it was a modification as originally coming out of the workshop in 19.
yeah, then it was demodified.
Yeah,
Demodified
because
station.
Rippo Wardale's teachings. It might just be like a speedometer
Oh,
thing.
That was my first
I
wait.
don't
thought.
know.
A
Is
speedometer.
this what I
It's a
think?
giant. That's
Holy
a giant thing for a speedometer.
Okay.
Yeah,
you know.
well, we'll see.
Ooh. Okay.
Anyhow, that's unimportant.
I just got very excited by the French thing.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Alright, so what? East has the Red Devil and Milky has the French thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm sure East's connection issues will not be a problem during locomotive
I'm sure
versus.
there will be absolutely no issues whatsoever.
No.
Alright,
Well,
And Tyler, just to make sure, it's the class 26, right?
yes.
Well,
Alright.
wait.
It do be that. Can
Yes,
confirm.
It is.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is the 26, not
Yeah.
the 25.
For some
Can
reason, I
confirm.
thought the 26 was like the class, and then the Red Devil was a modification of that. But the 25 is the class, and the Red Devil is the modification. of
Yeah.
that.
It's almost like it's an actually good numbering system.
I don't.
Not,
Well,
I don't.
Does the
I don't know
class-
about that. I don't know
But,
about that.
but before you say that, there's the class 25 and then the class 25 NC.
That's for the condensing unit. It's a
Yeah.
subclass.
Listen, I don't
Exactly.
understand. I don't understand anything that doesn't involve like a lottery numbers machine. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ellis be like,
Well, I don't
what are the
understand
K4's
lottery numbers
numbers?
machine.
Ellis, tell me, what's the range of the K4's numbers?
the range of the gate for I remember the range of the L1's numbers because it's really easy. It's
Exactly.
it's from 2 to 9999.
Literally.
It's
Yep.
it's in there somewhere. The K4 is probably similar, but I don't think it goes as low. Obviously,
I thought the
It's
K4
like
was
113
1
to-
to whatever.
I don't think
Yeah,
I don't think
1 to
number 1 was a
9999.
K4. Hold on, I have a list of
Maybe
this
it was
somewhere.
an
You
answer.
guys do
Yeah,
look
I
at
was
the
looking at the
verses.
website.
Tyler, you're in charge
Yeah.
of this. I'm gonna go find my fancy
Okay.
thing.
Alright, Tyler, for
Alright.
pity, please let me be first.
I also think
Yeah,
you
Red
should
Devil
go
will go
first.
first.
Alright,
Okay.
yeah.
Damn. I wonder why you would call you.
Yeah. And for the record, we don't have to take our own stats, right? Tyler takes the stats.
Yeah, Tyler, if you
Yep.
keep track of a score, that would be very helpful.
Alright.
I'll
Okay,
just change the
19,
what pictures. showing.
1946, which is pretty darn new, but I know when you were built.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty new.
Yeah.
For the record, we don't have to keep our own stats. Tyler keeps track of our stats,
Yes.
correct? Alright, 1981.
Hogwarts
Jesus
champion.
Christ.
1 to the devil.
Okay. Oh. Okay. Milky looks cool, correct? And I am cool, correct? Alright, so I'm not gonna do that.
Holy crap!
What?
Oh wait, okay, never mind. Scratch what I was about to say.
Okay.
Yeah. Minimum rate of whale.
Hmm. Minimum 77.
That is significantly closer than I thought it would be, and I do not like this. 70.
Damn.
It's a big Cape Gauge thing, and this is a small standard gauge thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
242 is pretty.
Yeah,
big
242 is
European.
pretty chunky.
Yep, for a European though.
For a Frenchie, she's
Yeah,
pretty
largest
big.
French locomotive moment.
Yeah.
Well, it's an industry 12 though.
Well, yeah.
Oh, we
Okay,
did
I'm gonna
something.
go ahead and risk it a bit. Let's do driver wheelbase.
Driver wheelbase. You want to know something about that, kiddo?
No,
I don't have
no,
it.
Oh, you don't?
What?
I don't have that.
Thinking
I don't
emoji.
driver wheelbase.
Damn, then you don't have engine driving wheelbase to overall engine wheelbase, do
Nope.
you? Damn, does that mean I get 2 points?
No, that's not how it works in this game
Oh.
mode.
Uh,
You both have to have the
Do you have
stat.
engine wheelbase?
I do have the engine wheelbase.
Okay. What is it?
58.27.
37.99.
Okay.
Also, does that mean I cannot tell him 2 of my power stats? Because that feels like cheating.
That's.
I don't
this
have
is-
power
this is-
stacks.
What?
The French.
You have.
This French woman is not doing too hot.
Milky.
Is this a legal stat page?
It's actually butt cheeks.
It's
Who would
probably
win?
very
The French
family in
thing-
what we used to call legal stat.
Yeah.
All right.
I thought we had a full
Go do
stat
your
page for
thing.
this thing. I feel like we've had it in stuff before. Maybe it was just garbage.
I mean, but like openly admitting you don't have half the stats is not a good
Well,
good starting point.
I mean, I'm being honest, man.
Yeah.
Understandable. Have a
Also,
great day.
it doesn't matter in locomotive versus because you aren't
Yeah, no.
penalized for not having the stat.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, yes, I love going into style points 6-0 because you run out of stats.
I thought we had a thing for this. Oh.
Oh, there he goes again.
All right, I have bad news.
What?
My PRR Steam roster webpage does not tell me what number 1 was, and I can find no
Well-
I can
Number
find
one.
no results as for what
Okay,
number
okay.
1 was.
PRR number 1.
Yeah,
Oh, I know what that is.
you do?
Yeah, it's an H6SB.
Oh, of course it is.
Yeah, as I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted. I love going into style points 7-0 because there's just a lack of stats.
Yeah. So are we?
I don't.
Yeah,
good
I don't know what we're doing. What
Or
I didn't
we
even
could-
get. I
we
didn't even
could-
look at the.
Wait, hold up.
Yeah,
I know I know a quick swap out that we can maybe do. Because we're not balls deep in this. Sorry, phrasing.
Because we've done year, we've done engine
Hold on, I'm just
wheelbase,
gonna-
and we've done
I'm just gonna put this back in the list
no wave rail.
for when we can find out all the French stats.
Okay,
so are we
But
changing
anyway,
up the
I don't know
layout?
what we're doing.
I mean, versus.
the New Zealand government railways had 484s.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
want-
bring it
And they're,
on. Do
those
that.
are my childs.
Let's do that.
Those are my babies.
Okay,
I can't do
so
that to my
No,
babies.
you're gonna kill your baby tonight.
No.
there we go. I think that's what they are. But yeah, no, they're
They're
both .4s. They're both Cape.
Oh, I love the K classes so much.
With these things.
I need,
Yes.
hold on, I'm gonna go
Oh.
find a photo.
I found a photo.
Oh, okay, please
There,
send.
there are.
Well, are you using the KB or the KA? Because the only difference is the thing on the front.
I like this
the only
one.
difference
I like
is-
this one. I like this dumb looking, like you put a
I
refrigerator
like
on
the
the front of the
cut G.
locomotive.
Mac.
I remember I took this to a Royale once, and it was one of the very few that Weibold showed up for, and he gave me a style point saying this was the best whistle he had ever heard.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah, you can go back and watch the Royale. He said this was the best whistle on the K series that he's ever heard.
Anyway,
Believe it.
Very good.
So which one is that? The
That's
K
the
or
KB.
okay? Then yeah, I'll do the KA. Yeah, KA. Trust KB, I guess.
All right. So we're just gonna reset the stats.
yeah, I was back to
Yeah.
the lab again, I guess.
Not to
Alright.
reality.
0-0.
Oop,
I
there goes
still,
gravity.
I don't know who should go first. Is this thing also Cape Gauge or what?
Yes.
It's,
Yeah, they're all Cape Gauge.
Okay.
We're all small down here.
In that case, I think Milky should go first.
I agree.
And unlike last time, I do have a complete stat page.
Yay, that's always
Wow.
good.
Let's see this.
Okay,
All right,
number built.
who's ready for some locomotive?
Part 2. We'll
Round
just pretend
two,
the rest.
baby.
We'll cut the rest of that out.
Yeah. Remember when we said this was supposed to be a quick episode?
Oh god.
Yeah, I still have a movie to go
One.
to.
What movie is it?
The Wind Rises.
Oh,
Oh.
Yeah, don't be
okay,
late for
let's
that.
hurry up, Milky. One.
That is
Go, say
that
your
is
stat.
a great movie.
Okay, so you had one,
Yeah, you have a lot more than one. I know that for a fact.
41.
Yep.
that
So-
is more than one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I already gave you the point. It was like,
Yeah, go ahead and double
Significantly
dip,
more than
Milky.
one.
All right, Milky, your turn.
Number in class. Ooh, well, but
Number
we
in
all
class.
know the answer. 41. We did number in class.
East.
East.
Text him.
One.
Okay.
Oh, 1. Okay, no,
One.
we're here. All right. Milky wins again.
Easy dub. Okay, minimum whale.
70.
52.
I feel like that's cheating because you already knew what it was before.
No, I know that I can run at the museum. That's why I called it.
Hmm.
What's your ratio of driving wheelbase to overall engine?
I feel like there's a slight advantage Milky here. 0.41.
Damn it! 4.1!
Suck it!
Wait, what?
What?
I think he
4.1?
meant
Point
0.41, not
41 for both of
4.1.
you guys mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
So
alright.
four-
Hi, but he just gets the ball
Red
right.
Devil's point.
Yeah.
Or Red Devil's
Yep,
go,
boy.
I guess.
Go.
Okay, firebox area.
Firebox area. Ooh. 190.
294.
Okay, figures.
Great area.
47.70.
Nice 0.29.
Nice.
Alright.
Evaporating heating surface.
Vapor heating surface 1922.
3104.
Yep.
Superheating surface.
485.
1014.
Oh my
Combined heating
God.
surface.
2407.
4118.
Jesus Christ.
Robert Lamasinas.
Up.
9755.
What?
97.
Oh,
97.55.
97.55. I heard in my brain it went 97,000.
Yeah.
No.
15,881. Same as
Okay.
above plus superheater percentage.
11,706.
19,852. Same as
Jesus.
above substrate firebox area for great area.
46,626.
84,231.
God.
Attractive effort.
Tractive effort. Okay, swapping things up. Tractive effort 33,477.
52,436. High pressure cylinders.
20 by 26.
24 by 28. I don't think we need to do the math for that one.
Wait, yeah.
Boiler
no.
pressure.
Boiler pressure. 204.50.
229.2.
Jeez. What is the score?
Tender water capacity.
11 to 3.
Tender water capacity 5950.
12,672. Tender fuel capacity.
1900.
22.
Alright. Wait, what? Wait, 1900?
Yeah, 1900.
He may be coal.
He's
He
oil.
may be oil.
Alright, so no point there. Try.
Yeah.
Call something else.
That's
What's the score?
12 to 3.
12 to 3. It
Figure
feels
out
like so
constantly.
much more of a slaughter than it is.
Yeah,
and it
what
is a
what is-
slaughter.
We need 5 more stats to go to stall points.
Yes.
Also, East out here like, oh no, I'm gonna have to kill my child. I don't want to kill my
Too
child.
blank.
And then just like unloads the clip into
Yeah.
him without remorse or hesitation.
Flew too blank.
Fruit tube blank. 17.60.
19. Tubes.
Don't have it.
Oh, and I assume you don't have flues either.
Nope.
All right.
Oof.
I guess driver diameter.
Drop diameter 54.
60.
Hmm.
Power L1.
Power L1 14,089.
21,390. Power MT.
1,000 free.
1,125.79.
Surprisingly close.
Okay, 16 to 3 now.
We need one more style points, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's do something a little bit quirky.
A little bit quirky, huh?
No, just a little bit quirky.
A little bit quirky, mate.
Because I've done all the heating abilities and power computations in geometry, correct?
I think so.
Yeah, alright. Local base ID.
Oh, fuck me.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Oh, no. There's a problem here for me.
What?
Okay, so my local base ID, ladies and gentlemen, the non-binary pals, is 20,966.
Wow!
Yep.
That is.
Damn it.
2084.
Okay.
Alright,
I'm lucky shot him.
style points.
Alright, well, it's judge's choice first. Give me your
Oh.
factor of adhesion, people.
3.2.
Ouch!
3.70.
Marginally, substantially better,
Better.
actually.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Milky gets a
Cool.
point.
Plus the 4.
Yeah, Bucky.
Wait.
There.
Did y'all do your build already or no?
That's
Yeah.
what they started with.
Shit. Oh, damn.
Well,
Good.
no, technically we didn't do it for this
Oh, no,
one.
you didn't do it for this one. That's right.
Yeah, that's
Alright,
right.
you're built.
God damn it,
okay,
Dean.
1981.
You fucking prick. No, okay. Just
Back to what?
K47 whistled that. But 1939.
Yeah. I already gave East the point.
9 versus 86. Okay.
Yeah.
Tyler, what do you want to
let's-
hear?
Do. Let's see here.
Dum ba dum ba.
Sneezing.
No, da. Get the curveballs in here.
What's even left?
All of the weight stats and ET's computation.
And if
Yeah, I
that
wonder why.
divided by cylinder volume, right?
Ooh,
we've
yeah.
done-
Actually,
oh,
give
yeah,
me
that.
give me El Semelias.
Oh God. Go
Um,
do math.
Go to math.
Oh no. Okay.
We'll see. Nope. Goodbye.
Wait on
Actually,
drivers divided by engine weight?
Yeah. Weight on drivers divided by engine weight.
Oh, I'll just do it. Never mind. Weight on drivers and engine weight.
Yeah. I'm not sure what's gonna come out of here. East did math so hard he disconnected again.
How many significant figures do you want us to round to?
2. All right, 2 after the decimal point, but I mean, the more the merrier, really. You just don't need to say them all.
It just gets very specific.
617886332.
All right, we're gonna call it
I
6-2, unless it's a tie.
6. Okay, looks like my height 6'4".
Okay,
Nice.
so Milky wins by a nose.
Yes.
All right.
All right,
It
it's
is
18 to 5. Well, guys,
I'm red.
you, duh.
Okay,
Yeah.
That's a point.
Get
Yeah.
the Weibull Whistle point.
Sure.
Yeah,
And
you
just
snap
shoot
my
out
head.
point.
It's cool.
The favoritism
Give
point.
you point for whistle.
And the nameplate point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you get
fine.
point for names.
And also you're embossed.
Yeah.
I
Wait,
believe
Devil
you
is embossed
survive.
or
Yeah,
No,
wait, which
I'm
one is
talking
it?
about the KB.
Why are
Oh.
you giving points to the KB?
Listen, it's my child.
Okay. Well, the KB gets the everything after the whistle point, or including the whistle point,
Wait, do I have the same
Yeah, I haven't said
That's
anything
okay.
so far about the Red Devil.
okay.
except for it being
Except
red.
for red.
Eight.
Yeah. I believe at least one survives and operates in preservation.
There's a couple.
Yeah, not necessarily a style point, but one of these does operate on the Heritage Railway that drives across an airport.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yes, there's a picture of one going straight down the runway.
Down or
Wait,
across?
lengthwise?
Across.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Okay. I was going to say, down the runway. It goes down the entire length.
Do you
Yeah,
have a
it's taking off.
virtual model?
A virtual model? Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I do too.
Yeah.
And
I
we
feel
both
like
have
the Red Devil's a bit
physical.
popular for that.
East has a smoke box as a dart, it looks like.
Yes,
Yeah.
East is a dart.
He says
But
a
East
I
dart.
also
can't
has a
tell
name.
what Milky has.
He says a dart and a name. Milky has a refrigerator.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think refrigerators count as a point.
No.
Yeah.
What do you mean? You can cool your food down.
Okay. Dean, concept here. Don't put a refrigerator right next to your mobile space heater.
Your
Works
mobile
just a
stationary
little
boiler.
bit-
Listen. I'm trying to plate the.
Either, I mean,
big man.
The NG-15 has the egg cooker, the SY has the rice cooker. I assume you can make tea in British locomotives or something. And these things,
Yes.
space for a keg.
Former Valhalla.
This is where you distill your alcohol.
You reach former Valhalla on a improperly maintained Canadian Pacific G5.
Yes.
Yes.
Sure, yeah, sure.
Anyway, all right. Are there any other style points that should be mentioned for this 21-9 game?
Builder would have been fun to figure out because Milky's home built. Are you not?
No, I'm not doing that tonight.
Well, we're both home built.
I
so
gotta
would
put
have
stuff in the document.
Listen.
I'm not doing this
Listen,
tonight.
Tyler has.
You know what? I
to
was
watch a freaking excellent movie, so let's.
We're
Give
past
it
the
to
point
him.
of calling builder.
Hut, by the way. Jabba the Hutt built me.
Hut,
a fa-
Hutt.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
That explains the streamlining.
Yes.
How do we
I
know
would
this thing
buy
wasn't like
Wardell.
green?
The K class?
Yeah, you know, like
'Cause we
Jabba
have
the Hutt.
images
of
No. We can't go by images or anything like that.
No.
I'm
No,
going
we have to
full
go
Jerry
after
Day here.
images.
I think these things were painted like Jabba the Hutt, and there's nothing you can do to convince me otherwise.
I mean, there's this
Oh,
one,
no.
which is like not green, but it's pulling Penn Central.
Listen, I don't want evidence and facts here, please.
Yeah.
All I want is Solo and the Wookiee.
Yes, yes.
Most of the mechanical style points are identical in the two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it has a lot of modern features on it for being
Except for
Yeah.
if
Actually-
we start listing everything that Wardell did to
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say.
yeah.
which like I could go on that tangent, but in the sake
I
of
have
time,
cat pictures for Milky.
Of the K?
okay.
Yep.
Stop!
Well, I mean,
stop!
there's several of them
Stop!
around.
You know who you're representing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Let's end this.
Please.
You did it. You killed your son.
Oh
Sorry,
my god.
I had the idea to bring your child to work.
I
It was a mistake.
Now kill your dad
Yes.
in chess.
no.
Yes. Hey, Alice. Speaking of,
Yeah.
Oh yes,
What
Nick
E4?
advertisement.
it's Han G2.
Anyway. All right, so that's in here. The winner, it was 21-9. Red Devil by the points, 21-9. And who are we voting for?
Let's do Red Devil.
All right, one for Red Devil. I'm gonna vote for the K stands for Kegerator.
You're gonna vote for the McDonald's machine?
Yeah, I want a milkshake.
Okay,
God
well-
damn it!
I'm sorry, ice cream machine broke, and you know what? Because of that, I'm gonna go and work with Porta.
I
Vote for
figured. I'm not
Wait,
saying
wait,
that the
I-
vote for the K class was a pity point, but also
Can I also vote for the K
No.
class? Oh.
Anyway, alright, let's do discussion topics. I have a very brief update on CPKC, or Canadian Pacific KCS, or Southern Pacific, or whatever you want to
Yeah.
call it. The Surface Transportation Board has released its environmental impact report on the merger and says, all good. You know, it would have few adverse impacts on the environment, which is, to be expected. But the fact that it is only few means that the board, basically, the STB has no further objections or questions, etc. So go see KCS while you still can.
Oh my god, they're still running trains?
Yeah, I know, they haven't crashed lately.
Right.
Jesus Christ, why are there so many Amtrak tabs?
What?
But you
Yes,
know
no.
what else you should see while you still can?
Oh,
My.
Older
no.
locomotives on the G&W.
yep.
So go
This
to
is-
your
this is-
nearest railroad owned by G&W that operates a first generation diesel.
Visit
You need
your
to go there
nearby
now.
orange thing that is not BNSF.
Yes.
And some of them are not actually orange.
Because,
Allegedly.
The best ones are not
well,
orange.
no, actually, a couple of them out here aren't orange. 2 are Bloody Nose and 1 is Black Widow.
And they're all
And they're
gonna die.
going to be dead.
Yeah.
And
Why?
there's no hope for survival.
Yeah.
Because
Why?
don't they have to
Okay,
drill into the
because-
engine box?
Because G&W told the EPA falsified information about their locomotive.
Well, actually, it was more like they made a deal of, hey, we're gonna get, the EPA said, hey, you have a bunch of these like non-compliant emissions locomotives, and G&W said, yeah, okay, we'll get rid of them, don't worry. And then they proceeded to not get rid of them. So the EPA said, hey, we're gonna drop this fine on you if you don't get rid of them like yesterday. And G&W said, yeah, okay.
And they got fined.
Yeah,
anyway.
they got fined anyway.
Oh, that's a small ass fuel tank. Look at that.
But yeah, the Jeeps and SDs, right? It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
201 does have a small fuel tank.
and a couple of Super 7s, which were, I think both of the Super 7s are former Providence and Worcester. They might still be painted in
Yeah.
Providence and Worcester, they're just not here anymore. They got migrated when G&W came in, along with like everything else.
Yeah.
Including those Florida East Coast engines.
Yeah.
That came here, got repainted to Providence and Worcester, like less than a year later got repainted into G&W, and then got sent somewhere else.
We are on
Yeah.
our way to bomb East Palestine.
Well, those
Jesus.
P&W units went almost without a P&W. And maybe a G&W consolidates their short lines like they want to do. Maybe they will be on the other P&W.
Again,
I can just imagine that. I can imagine an SD70 on the Oregon Electric. That'd be weird. But no, it's sad that that they gotta do this. Especially to older SDs that we have out here.
Gosh.
It is
In
a
particular,
shame that it's gotten to the point where they just have to drill the blocks out. Like you can't even.
Yeah.
I'm not sure
You
they
can't
are
even
allowed to
donate them
donate
away.
them.
No, they can't donate them. So you gotta get the prime mover drilled, making the frame inoperable. And if you want to rebuild it, you have to rebuild it to
What,
Tier
like
4.
tier 3
GP.
compliance?
yeah, 2, 3, or 4 somewhere in there.
That
Which
would be cool to see.
Yeah.
But
It would be cool to see, and to be honest, the 1801 could use a new prime mover anyway, so it's fine.
A new
But
prime
at the
mover,
same-
they start getting like second and fourth hand Alco prime movers to drop on these things. Like, oh, we drilled the blocks out, EPA, everything's fine. They're like, what's that big
Blah,
cloud
blah,
of smoke?
blah,
Oh, don't
blah.
worry, that's just East Palestine.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't you
No.
Jesus me when I have to Jesus you.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh.
it's like father, like son.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
yeah, I'll be. I do hope that they will try to get a lot of parts off of these.
Yeah, I would hope so.
'Cause if they are condemned to death, then if we look at the
Whoa.
previous articles on the 44 tonners,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if
we
you
need
want,
parts.
yeah,
I'm sure people will.
the
Um,
1801 would be a good parks engine.
Yeah.
yeah, so would
Because right now
5639.
it's a cheapy 4.5. Because they blew 2 traction motors on it a
Oh,
couple
no.
of years ago. Yeah.
Wait. What class of locomotive is the locomotive?
Jeep 9.
Jeep 9. All right. Give some parts to them.
And I know the guy that owns it. So the cow, not 1801, unfortunately.
You do not know Mr. G&W, Mr.
I do not
Genesee.
know Mr. Tennessee. Yeah, Wyoming is a hell of a character.
Yeah, imagine it's not named for locations. It's two very conveniently named people.
Yeah,
That's all railroads. You should have seen Mr. Pennsylvania.
yeah, right. He was the Monopoly man, right?
Yeah, exactly.
No, he was God.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
I thought that was Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Hold on. I'm gonna distract myself with something. I'll be right back to you talking.
Point.
No, don't worry. It's relevant.
Point.
It's relevant.
Point.
Okay, but yeah. So
Just big sad.
yeah, it. Again, there's GP10s, 16s, B23-7s.
Plenty of
Bunch of stuff.
SWs. Yeah.
Sadly, not 611.
Damn.
611
Right
is
after
going
they
to
announce-
be displayed on the Rare Museum the Rare Museum of Pennsylvania, and I find it so funny that they're locked in. They're never leaving Strasbourg.
Yes.
Whip.
It is begun.
NS closed the door behind them.
Also, kind of sad to note as well. There is a couple of tunnel motors in this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I said.
Yeah, the ones that went to Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Cool.
Tom Brady is us.
It will.
Tom Brady has a second retirement is at the Tom Brady.
Bro, Tom Brady retired and turned into Antonio Brown. He's posting almost naked photographs on Instagram.
Hey, he's a single man. He can do what he wants.
That's what you do when you get divorced.
Yeah.
Come on.
Right. Do we want the more lighthearted thing?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Let's do something else.
Okay.
So
EBT.
Norfolk Southern.
No, we're not going.
That light is
So-
not lighthearted. That is
I mean, you said light, and it's pretty bright light, if you ask me.
Well, okay. Remember, the optimist, the pessimist, and the train driver shouting at the kids in the tunnel.
the Optimus Prime.
The optimist,
Anyhow.
the pacifist, and the realist, knowing there's a train coming.
So, we all know Old Easty. We know,
Old Easty.
Hi, that's me.
yeah,
I can't go anywhere, Easty.
these brought top, they've coming out of dormancy, doing great work. Well, finally, one of the missing pieces of their puzzle of trying to show their heritage is back. This was first little hint was on the 23rd, where they posted a great little video of Southern Valve Gear working, which Southern Gear, but
Hey, man.
still,
It should be young.
No.
Young on one end, Gab on the other.
no.
I don't. No, thank you.
But again, so he's
Yes,
just
yes.
teasing everybody just slowly with all of this. And just the other day, just trying to check date here, that was the 2nd. They brought 16 out and ran her on the tracks for a little bit. I don't think they went too
Troubles.
far past the yard limits. But she's going to be out for their winter events. And yeah, Steam is back. they're looking at, I believe, 15 and 14 are the next two that will probably be coming back. I think it's 15 that's under restoration currently, and they found it had cracks in the driver centers,
Oof.
so they have to cast new ones of those, which is a bit of an ordeal, but it's still. It also should be noted that number 16 is one of, because I'm trying to remember. 17 and 18 has, well, I think 17's run a bit in preservation. 18 has not.
What the heck?
So
This is the
six.
wrong... Ah, crap. That was the wrong thumbnail. Or wait. No. it
Oof.
wasn't.
The
No.
16 being back is the first time that this engine has run since the Common Carrier era.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Which
been a
for
long
the-
time.
Yeah, again, there's a quote from the master mechanic, Dave Domitroff, of, "It is no small feat to bring a steam locomotive back to life, especially one that hasn't operated in 67 years."
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes those are the best ones to bring back.
So
because
when are we
they
going
haven't
to
been
EBT, guys?
arrested. Yes.
Well, I know where some people are going to be.
Shh. Shh.
You'll see.
I
You
got
shouldn't.
told that, and my response was getting in the car.
The Volvo gonna survive that trip?
I mean, I drove it to Chicago, so
Okay.
I'm driving it
Fair
to West
enough.
Virginia next year, so it better.
Well,
Next
this
Yeah.
year.
This year. Whatever. It's already February. Stop telling me.
Have you taken a shower this year?
I haven't talked to you guys since last year.
Exactly.
Anyway.
But
Yeah.
so Steam is back.
Steam is
Yeah.
back.
But not for long. And then there were none, sadly. 4501 is being cut up as we speak. It's such
Yeah.
a national tragedy.
Yeah.
Right
to
after
lose such an
611 and
iconic locomotive.
1225. It's such a shame.
Yeah, such a shame. 4501 is being moved into the shop to begin
Die.
its annual inspection. And to do this, they need to separate the tender.
Oh, yeah. You can't come back
in
from
the
that.
chat.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
By the way,
yeah, man. Once
guys.
you went to Uncle Blood Tender, it's all.
Oh my god.
I found it. I found a picture of him, Mr. Pennsylvania.
Mr.
God.
Yes, Mr. Pennsylvania himself.
Yes.
There you go. Do we know how long 4501 is going to be down for, or is it just like we'll fix it when we fix it?
I think it's just an annual inspection.
Oh, just the-
so,
Yeah,
that's
it's just an inspection, but there, like if all goes well, then it should be back up within, I don't know, like maybe next month tops.
yeah.
I mean, I don't know how. I don't really know how long an inspection lasts.
It
So I
depends
can't
on
really say for certain.
depends on who's
Depends
doing it.
on the.
I would say just a few weeks probably.
If
Yeah.
it's
Few weeks,
Strasbourg,
it
it's
should
like
be
a
back by
weekend.
March.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this is Sewell Shops, so they're kind of renowned. Not like
Are they?
renowned, but they have a good rep.
Did
Yeah.
they get an email from the EBT when they were looking at the Southern Valkyrie, like, hey, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
They should have emailed me.
They should have emailed me.
Yeah, and what would have you recommended?
I would have said switch it out from
change
all
it.
shirts,
Yeah.
please.
Replace with just 3 words. Replace with Wally,
Yes.
Yes.
Gibb Stevenson.
or replace with and then a picture of Wally.
Yes.
It is. We are 15 minutes into what is supposed to be the news segment, and we finished 4 of the discussion topics. So I'm gonna
We're making
pivot
up
real quick
time
before we
to
go
go
to
through
the big
Amtrak.
thing.
Yeah.
And say that if we're talking about preservation news, and I mentioned Steam 10 earlier, guess what got moved inside?
Ooh.
The world's
They
largest
moved
080,
The wrong one.
Blount's brother, 3377. The boiler is going to be evaluated. The asbestos has been abated. Because of 3254's long-time bent frame problems, there has always been this discussion about, like, oh, they might just restore 3377 instead because its frame is fine. That is becoming closer to reality, which is something that is a surprise to me. I know their sort of next thing is 3713, but since they can't do they just haven't figured out their agreement yet. Steamtown, I guess, is just going off with its own devices.
Yeah, I've seen this one before.
Yeah.
City of Woburn Priest.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3377. Crazy. But now do 47 and the Jubilee, please. If they're cold, you're cold. Or,
If you can ship that prairie out west, that'd be great.
But yeah, it's not something I expected to see. Not even something that we were discussing at the Big E with the 3713 people. I'm not sure they knew what was about to happen, or maybe they would have made mention. Also, 197 is getting some daylight.
Yes.
No pun
197 is, in fact,
Why?
getting some time in the sun. They haven't announced why yet, but I presume that's because they're going to do
They're going to cut it up like 4501.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a shame.
Gosh.
Damn.
It's such a common standard that it got cut up. Like the rest of them.
Yeah.
A true tragedy to befall mankind.
Oh, well,
but
well
no.
the Oregon Rail Heritage Center got an email from the EPA that said, hey,
Yeah.
this is not Tier 4
You need to
compliant.
drill a hole in your engine block.
Now, they actually need more steel for the book and turntable rebuild project. So they're taking some off of 197 for it.
I misheard you for a second, and I heard Brooklyn Terminal Rebuild Project, and I went, yes,
Oh,
donut.
No.
Hold on. I need a map of Brooklyn. I need to know where the Brooklyn Terminal was, because that's a former pipe dream of rebuild the Brooklyn Terminal. It's probably just covered in apartments now.
You just reminded me of the old cab of 197 is now some dude's like
Yes,
gazebo.
barbecue.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yes.
I want it.
Well, this Gabe's old cab that's sitting outside at Strasbourg, you might be able to take that one home if you ask nicely.
They can't go anywhere.
Yeah, there you go. So, where was the Brooklyn Terminal? What was it? It was a CNJ?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you thinking of?
Oh, the Bronx
Yeah,
Terminal.
that one.
No,
Bronx
that's the
Terminal.
Bronx.
Bronx Terminal.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
But yeah, speaking of RHF, they are continuing with turntable.
Yes, they actually installed
Finally.
the pivot today on
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
Quite
you know what I
nice.
forgot to ask about? I forgot to ask where or how the turntable is at the WWF, because I know that it has been problematic to say the least.
The TTOML one.
Yeah.
They really shouldn't have done TTOML.
Well, they did.
I don't like it.
It's a magical thing. It just takes every able man on the train to turn.
You see, this is why I don't like it.
This is
Also, you need to go really slow over it because it's a turntable.
well, you can't go fast is the thing. Like, good luck.
It's the same way at the Nevada State Museum. They weren't going too fast with the Armstrong turntable.
Mm-mm.
Well, if
Because
they go
they
too
can't.
fast with the McKean car, you will slap
well.
something on the main track. Like, literally, the McKean car extends so far out that it fouls the main.
Oh, it's long.
It's cool, though.
it is long and cool.
Anyway, all right.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
the headliner for this is we have like 1 million articles on Amtrak.
Yeah.
So if East
Amtrak good.
can like talk,
I will try my darn bestest to.
Okay.
So New York and New Jersey have signed an agreement over phase 1 of the Gateway Tunnel.
Finally.
Ooh.
I don't know what that is, so I assume Alice will step in and explain what the Gateway
Okay,
Tunnel
so the
is.
Gateway Tunnel is you know how Mr. Pennsylvania put the tubes under the Hudson like 120 years ago now, and then they were
Yeah.
perfectly fine until Hurricane Sandy flooded them, and then ever since then we've been scrambling to build replacement tunnels. That's the Gateway project.
Got it.
So it is really good to see this moving forward at all, because, if it, for whatever reason, does not move forward, and then something happens to the Northeast Corridor tunnels, we all have a bad time economically.
So you mean to tell me that the Gateway project is they're making a summoning circle to the Pennsylvania man?
Yeah, they're going to summon Mr. Pennsylvania to put more tunnels under the Hudson. The sacrifices demanded are at least one RPI grad for every Hudson crossing, and probably a couple of big metal tubes.
Yeah.
Maybe a bell pair too.
Maybe a Valpair too. Yeah, well, that's why the Pennsy made so many locomotives, is they had to keep sacrificing them.
Yeah.
It's a
That's why the
little
numbering
known
system
fact.
is so messed up.
Where's the? I need to now Photoshop a keystone on the front of the Virginian Truckee locomotive burning itself in its shed.
Oh no.
Just
Whip.
anyway, what is this? This is 3rd Ave. Where the hell is that? Oh, so the Bronx Terminal is right here. I found it. Oh, they're currently like building skyscrapers here or something. Damn.
Whip.
What is this? No, it's just like 3-story buildings covered in scaffolding. I'm sure it'll be fine. We can knock this down and put the terminal back. So yeah, the first agreement for the Gateway project is, I mean, it's nothing to like lose your mind about, but it's really good, because if that continues to stall, then well, we have an extremely vulnerable link in the nation's busiest rail corridor.
Yeah.
Anyway, some other good news was up in Burlington. East, I don't know if you want to... I don't know what order you had in mind, but the Vermont stuff... The Vermont stuff is cool. East?
It's breathtaking.
That's the
Something
RDC
like
think he
stuff, right?
No, that's Maine. Okay, I do want to talk about the RDC stuff. That's like the only thing that's
Go ahead,
not
take it.
Amtrak here, but I want to talk about Maine shenaniganry when we get to that. Now, this is where they did this extension to the Ethan Allen Express to Burlington, which is it has been wildly successful, needless to say.
Awesome.
Not only that, but there seems to be this case where when you put Amtrak routes near each other, they don't start to cannibalize each other. They make both of them more attractive. Because the Vermonter also had a record high of passenger ridership shortly after this extension was opened up. I don't know, it's just good news. We've talked about it for a while, and this is one of a couple of Amtrak extensions that's come about that's actually gone from, a line on a map to something tangible that you can ride
Yeah.
in recent memory, which is cool.
Yeah.
East, are you dead?
I'm here.
Oh, okay, you're here.
Yes, if you also want to talk about the RDC stuff, that'd be cool.
Yeah, this
But-
is sort of an addendum, though. I wasn't sure if you wanted to get all the actual Amtrak stuff out of the way before I bluster about what's going on in Maine.
All right, I can do that. Amtrak has also secured 300 million for a plan to move the train tracks away from the crumbling Del Mar Bluffs.
Oh yeah, it's been a whole saga
So I
over there.
imagine when the SP built these
Yeah.
things, they're like, yeah, this is good enough, right? And it was not good enough.
I mean, it was.
It was good enough for
I mean,
quite a
until
while.
Something
it was good enough for
happened.
the SP.
Yeah, pretty much.
But now they
Well,
have to
actually,
move
wait,
them,
no.
and I
No,
have
hold on.
genuinely no idea where they're going to move them because everything else is residential, except for like 4 feet to the right. But that's just going to push the problem back 4 years.
Well, never overestimate these plans.
Yeah.
True. $300 million to delay the
The inevitable
delaying
by
of
a couple
by
years. Yeah.
2 years. Yeah, sounds like America.
Well, when the big one comes and California snaps in half and slides into the sea, none of this will be a problem anyway. So. Nope, I don't want to copy it to the clipboard.
Actually, correction. There was the Santa Fe that built this.
Ah, see, we can blame them.
Yeah, we can blame the Santa Fe. All my homies hate the Santa Fe, except for East.
I like the Santa Fe.
I know, that's why I singled you out.
This
But it's milky.
this block
But
right
rest in
here is
peace.
the location of the CNJ Bronx terminal.
Ooh.
Is there anything left?
Nope, there's a
Or
building.
am I going to
on top
open
of
it and see a gas station?
Yeah, no, it's just like apartment buildings or whatever they're building here.
You don't like Norfolk Southern yet?
Yeah, okay, no, I lied. They did in fact put skyscrapers here. The street view I had was old.
Whoop.
There are skyscrapers on this location now.
Okay,
It's
well,
okay. There's an empty lot like 1 block to the right. You could
that
probably
you can
build
build
it
a
there.
replica in. Yeah. It wasn't a big building.
It was not. And I like on the schematic diagram of it, it is drawn as a perfect circle, when it is definitely not a perfect circle.
Yeah, no, I found that out when I got in trains and
Oh,
tried
yeah.
to
It is
make
in
it.
fact
It's
extremely
not
imperfect.
perfect.
It's sort of like a
It's a weird octagon kind of thing.
yeah.
With many sides to it. Yeah.
Anyway,
The Amtrak Twitter account said that with the US dot and POTUS that the B&P tunnel replacement is happening. So this is about the Frederick Douglass Tunnel in Baltimore.
yeah,
which
this is
will
the other
triple-
problem tunnel on the Northeast Corridor.
Yeah.
You, Baltimore. Go.
So this should triple the train capacity. So yay, more trains equal more better.
Yes.
Yeah. Good.
In other news about Mo trains equal Mo better, the Amtrak has officially begun qualification runs for the Gulf Coast service.
Woo!
Hey.
Another thing that's gone in the last couple of years from being a line on a map to something you can ride, just about.
Well, I mean, it used to be a line on a map. Well, it used to be able to ride it, then it became a line on a map.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But, you know, that was
And half of the original system is still going to be a line on the map.
18 years ago now.
Jesus.
Yeah.
In other news, Amtrak is invading British Columbia.
Yeah.
Daily service has resumed to British Columbia on the Amtrak Cascades.
And to tie
Service
this
to Vancouver.
back to the Vermont thing, they want to bring the Vermonter over the line, over the border again as well. They sort of were
Yay.
having the same problem with
Yeah.
setting up sort of facilities for customs, etc. And I think the Cascades was the first people to just do away with doing customs on the train and do it once you get to
Yeah.
the station in Canada. So that's sort of become the standard for, okay, this is how we're going to do it. And now the other border crossing Amtrak trains need to get on board. And the Vermonter not being a border crossing Amtrak train because it was cut down many years ago is sort of like, oh, hey, we would love to do this. Just, at some point. Also,
Yeah.
for those curious, the Baltimore and Potomac Railroad Tunnel was opened in 1873. That's the one that we were just talking about. So, it's a little old, It's used by about 140 trains a day, and 2 freight trains a day.
In other resuming service news, the Pacific Surfliner service resumes to San Luis Obispo, or
This is
however you
related.
pronounce
Caners Obispo.
This is related to the Delmar Bluff situation. They got it restabilized for now, I guess. But
Yeah.
trains were canceled for a while. Now they're uncanceled for the moment. There may be another thing that happens that cancels them again. Who knows? But
Yeah, like NS.
NS,
Speaking of NS,
NS is not allowed over there for everyone's safety.
Speaking of NS, the Wall Street Journal put out a video saying why are Amtrak services so slow in most of the U.S. Anyone want to take a guess?
It's NS.
No.
How'd you know?
Wow. It's
Yeah,
the whole
Amtrak runs
country.
incredibly.
It's all just NS.
Yeah, it's all just NS, and they're coming to
Also-
Nuclear Town next.
Where are the wires?
Where
Gobbles.
Oh, you can still go plenty slow under wires. The MBTA Green Line can attest.
Okay, but wires give choo-choo faster.
Yeah.
So,
But
as many of you
wires,
know, Amtrak has a legal right to be like the number one priority on freight roads.
Yes, which
But
everyone
because
ignores.
the DOT and FRA and everyone who actually can do something about that law doesn't give a shit, the freight roads can make Amtrak wait in a siding for 20 years and they probably won't care.
Yep.
Hope this is once again talking about Vancouver.
Holy crap! The cops just showed up to arrest the sign that isn't moving.
Oh no!
Anyway,
It's
in News
being,
Virginia,
Uh-oh.
There he
We
goes.
lost East again.
Dead.
West Virginia.
Send him a text.
I will.
The
Oh,
police
you know
I
what?
think
are
it's just his
stopped.
connection because he hasn't dropped from the call.
Yeah,
We do have news from West Virginia.
there he goes.
where
Earth to east.
did I talk about Ohio yet?
You started talking about Ohio.
Alright, Ohio is strongly considering seeking federal funding to expand
Please.
Amtrak services within the state.
Yeah. Well, these are just lines on a map for now, but I would like to be able to ride them someday.
Yes.
That expands
Hopefully
the
another
East
one
Coast
that
right
goes
now.
from map to rideable.
Mm-hmm.
You could say you walked the line.
But please, for the love of
No,
God,
do
bring
not
back
do
the
not walk
Floridian.
the line. Do not walk on the train tracks, or else Brightline shows up at the podcast again.
Yeah, or NS.
Or NS.
Yeah,
I don't
know.
think anyone was walking on the train tracks at that. In that
Listen,
No.
the train got afraid and tried to jump out of the way and accidentally hit a gas station.
It's because the freight cars didn't go the NS Choo Choo U. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why.
A deer jumped out in front of the train and it got scared and swerved.
Yeah.
Hey, I've seen this one in
It was not very
MSPS.
junction of them.
There's no function there.
Also, Kaiserin
Um,
just found a loco base entry that has the number of tubes listed as -2.
What?
How do you have negative tubes?
POV.
Where?
You're breaking space and time.
Oh, what the hell?
No, like what happens is there are like protrusions coming into the firebox.
Yeah.
That's CBT.
So
Right there.
I think
Are you
that's just
negative
called a
tubes?
water tube boiler, Teen.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so what was going on with them getting shoved in
With
sidings? Is that have to do with the STB and Sunset Limited situation?
Something like that, yeah. UP asked STB to order mediation with Amtrak and Sunset Limited case because Amtrak finally had enough of Union Pacific's bullshit and actually is doing something about it.
Good.
Because they like the Sunset Limited to be more than 20 hours late every day.
I like
Or,
UP
well, I should
saying
say the next day.
UP says the train schedule is the cause of the on-time performance issues. Like, how often has the schedule been changed? I don't think frequently.
The last time the schedule was changed is back when it was under UP's control.
The last time the schedule was changed was when Hurricane Katrina hit.
Phoenix.
Um, the train's median. UP says that during the first quarter, when the westbound train posted that 40% customer on-time figure, the train's median runtime was 31 minutes under the scheduled runtime. Amtrak's own data
Yeah,
confirmed
that's
the
not
Sunset
good.
Limited schedules are not aligned with the metric and minimum standard, the railroad says. UP says Amtrak has not agreed to changes needed to bring the schedule into alignment and has refused to accept other changes UP has proposed to make the schedules reliable and achievable.
Such as arriving at major cities at 3 in the morning.
Yeah, I don't know enough about this. I'm wondering what the STP is going to say. I think we should keep an eye on this one.
It drags our Jullies into the podcast again. Hey, Jullies.
Yeah.
And one of the last pieces of news for Amtrak that isn't RDCs is, but does have to deal with Bud. Is VIA joins Amtrak in attempting to replace aging passenger cars.
But don't break.
VIA is once again trying to replace the old 1940s Bud cars.
Which is kind
We
of a
have
shame,
them.
but at the same time,
Yeah.
yeah, you guys should probably get some new things. Like, if we're replacing the Superliners, maybe they should also replace, like, their junk.
Yeah.
And this is a good tie-in, because there's a picture here of the Sudbury White River Rail diesel car at Goldie, Ontario. Such remote services offer equipment needs unique to VIA. First of all, I don't think so. Second of all, you're still using an RDC for it. What, like...
Speaking of
Very
RDCs,
cool. Very cool.
Yeah. Like
But
no
what
one
the
in the
hell?
world has ever invented a DMU after Bud did.
Yes, and most certainly not one as capable as the RDC.
Yes.
Absolutely not. Who would think that?
The
No,
RDCs
no.
just they are a model of capability.
It's S
Yeah.
tier.
S-
Yeah.
S tier.
S
Yeah,
tier
once
rail.
it's S tier, they didn't want to make anything else to, possibly
Yeah.
make it worse.
So this segs nicely into this hilariousness in Maine, because this is not the first time that I've heard a DOT going, "Hey, we should make a new service and get Bud RDCs for it."
Yeah,
It's
I've seen this one before.
not even that. It's not even the first time a New England DOT has done this in the last
Yeah.
handful of years. Because Connecticut Department of Transportation was like, hey, we should reactivate, well, not reactivate because it's currently a freight line, but one of these G&W lines.
Yeah.
We'd like to put RDCs on it and run them at 80 miles an hour. And that was like the proposal. And I
On the
looked at it
main
and
line
went,
double.
yeah, I went, yeah, okay. Meanwhile, in Maine, and Connecticut DOT is run by foamers. We know because they paint their stuff in New Haven. Maine DOT is run by foamers. We know because they could 100% not care about trains and it wouldn't matter to them. But they're the reason that Downeaster exists, basically.
Yeah.
Maine
But they are
loves to
foamers.
swing its dick around with regard to passenger rail in northern New England. And the Downeaster currently ends in Brunswick, which is a nice little town, but is still, like, it's not at Wiscasset yet, which is the problem.
Yeah.
It's another, let's see what this is, it's another 15 miles to Wiscasset. So the train should at least go that far. But there's this on-the-table proposal to extend the Downeaster to Rockland. However, Maine and Amtrak want different things. Amtrak wants trains to run to Augusta, Maine, which is the capital. And
Main
that's
one's commitment.
and that's north of Brunswick, and there is an extant right-of-way there. It's not currently being used. But Amtrak would also kind of like to run the other way via Lewiston instead of Brunswick, because it's a larger city. And Brunswick is there because these towns along the mid-coast are humongous tourist destinations, even if you're not going all the way to Bahama and Mount Desert Island. But the track ends in Rockland, which is... It's another 30 miles or so from Brunswick. This was handled by the Maine Eastern for a little while, and then they declined to pick up the contract. The state declined to renew the operating lease of the Maine Eastern, and it's been handed over to a few people since then. None of those people run have run passenger service. But on the table since 2019, basically that's the reason why Amtrak is probably not about to extend to Rockland themselves, because they want to go in a different direction. They probably figure if they extend to Rockland, then they're tied down there and they can't send the down east or north. But in 2019, Midcoast Rail Services, which is a subsidiary of the Finger Lakes Railway, suggested using RDC equipment as part of its operating rights takeover from Canadian Pacific, which we did talk about when that happened. And they actually started making modifications to a couple of RDCs. This is farther along than I had anticipated, but I guess they had 4 years to sit on it. But
and do work towards it, yeah.
But they are targeting this year. They want it to happen in summer of this year.
Very ambitious, but when you've been planning it for 4 years, go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In Newswire's interview, Quinn, who is spokesman for the Finger Lakes, I guess? I missed where it mentioned in the article. Quote, everybody's on board, we just have to figure out what the formula is. There's a mobility opportunity to provide a year-round alternative to the automobile. That's why we would like to see 3 round trips a day, 7 days per week. She points to the only alternative, 2-lane US Route 1, which is a disaster. For those that were on Apollo, you probably remember. For those that were not,
I do.
Just effing trust me. Going to the WNF in the summer is...
It's...
And most passenger rail startups consume cash by beginning with a ridership study, but that isn't happening here. As Midcoast Smith puts it, quote, we can just run the damn service and see if it works.
Hey, that's my approach too. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, this is actually... I find it really funny, though, that they specify RDCs.
Because that's what they have.
Okay, but the thing is, right, again, the article does state it. The first RDCs were built 1949.
Yep.
These things are like...
But don't break.
They're pressing 80.
But don't break. Just kidding. They break constantly.
Couldn't we collectively have made something just a little bit,
Newer?
Better?
Listen.
In the past 50
the development of
years.
the diesel rail car began and ended in the Bud shops. There's been nothing before or since. Anything otherwise is a figment of your imagination.
Oops, all Bud car.
Yeah.
I like the McKean that's a figment of my imagination.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
it's not
I do
real.
too.
That's
Our
McKean in my head.
imagination is great.
Get on the Magic McKean bus.
The Magic McKean, it's just a pointy Bud RDC. They unlocked the elite skin for the Bud RDC. That's a McKean car.
The elite skin.
Yeah.
With Miss McKean? No way.
They reach Colonel in Battlefield 1.
Yeah, there you go. I need a picture of the McKean car with like a rank 100 thing above it. You've reached RDC 100.
No. You've got the the meme where it's the 2 astronauts looking down the wall.
Oh yeah, it's all Bud cars.
It always
you put the what is that for the? Is that for the air conditioning? The big hump in the middle.
It's the radiators.
Yeah, you put the radiator section on top of the earth.
On top of the
it's all big RDC. Always has been.
It's the Bud car copy pasta of like the sign flying off of the side of the car, except instead of on the Keystone Corridor, it's in Wiscasset, Maine. They've completed 11 and rebuilt the railroad back. They've rebuilt the 2-foot back to Wiscasset, and so they pull in with their steam locomotive, and Amtrak pulls in, or Maine Dot pulls in with their RDCs. Yeah.
And Maine Dot paints them up in B&M.
Yeah, please. I mean, honestly, that would be wonderful.
Well, if they did that, then it would need to be towed behind a mogul.
Yeah, there you go. If you paint up RDCs in Boston and Maine, they just become coaches. It's a magical transmutation thing.
Yes.
I know there are a couple of RDCs in the deadline at the Green Mountain Railway or Green Mountain Scenic or whatever it's called, so you could probably borrow those too. They probably run about as well as your average RDC.
Yes.
I've had the pleasure of riding in one once, and the controls, like the slots where the levers were for the controls, were so worn down. It was like the lever was just in the middle of a gap in the control panel.
Yeah.
It looked amazing in the worst way.
Yeah.
Only one problem with doing shenanigans in Brunswick is that then you have to scoot the Amtrak train out of the way to get the RDCs into the single platform they have.
I mean, then, well, there isn't.
The TVRM has an RDC, but it's not open to the public, so it's sad.
I would assume it does not run.
No, it's just AM display piece.
Yeah, that's normal.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's just a coach now.
Yep.
Anyway, if you
Which
happen
has
to
like 2 engines.
if you ever happen to be in, oh wait, did they change this? It's not an ice cream shop anymore. There used to be a little ice cream parlor right next to the oh no, it is right next to the station in Brunswick. It's fantastic. Love that place. When I rode the dome up on the Downeaster, I just had several hours to wander around Brunswick because I couldn't get from there to Wiscasset. And there isn't like a rent-a-car here because why would you need that? But I learned in recent years that there is a U-Haul facility. So I could go take the train to Brunswick and then rent a U-Haul truck to drive to the WMNF.
For like $20.
Yeah, it's why would you not?
That's cheap.
It's cheap. I could have walked there if I had known. If I had known,
Yeah,
I probably would have gone
$20
to the WMNF and then missed my train home. But, you know, 2 foot requires sacrifices. It's worth it.
Yes.
Spend the night at the WWNF.
Yeah. I have to return it the next day. It becomes much more than $20. What? Oh. Anyway, that's the Terminus podcast.
Got the cat trivia fact of the day.
Okay. Would
Yeah.
you like to tell everyone the cat trivia fact of the day? Tyler, do you have time to hear the cat trivia fact of the day?
Yes, I have time for cat trivia facts.
Okay.
Can they hear me?
Yes.
Who's that wildcat? I am solitarily. I already fucked up. You read it.
Here we go.
Okay. I am a solitary species that is about the size of a large house cat, but I have longer legs and walk differently. The backs of my ears have a reddish or rusty brown tint. I range throughout most of Africa into Southwest and Central Asia. I am nocturnal and can live in many habitats like deserts, savannas, scrub grassland where Achilles lives, and open forests in hilly and rocky terrain. Who am I? What kind of cat is that? Anybody have any guesses?
Venkman.
It is not Venkman.
Some anime Catwoman.
It's the African wildcat.
Huh.
Yeah, I figured.
Why didn't you guess
You
that?
didn't. Because I was trying to figure if it was wildcat or the same cat.
Is it
Then I
African
had to
or European?
realize too late that the same cats are much smaller than your average house cat.
What is the airspeed
And they're
velocity of an unladen African cat?
However fast I can chuck it at you so that you can give it cuddles.
Well, did you ever play that Flash game Kitten Cannon?
I did not.
Anyway, anything else that
Read
we have
that cat.
to cover? Maintenance of way stuff. Possibly, as alluded to earlier, Royales or something may be returning soon. TM.
Yes.
Also, we'll have a website soon. TM. I might just make a bog standard one on one of these website builders before East and I can sit down and design like a fun website with all the features that we want. And by we, I mean I. You volunteered. I didn't ask you.
Yeah.
Voluntold.
Anyway, does anyone have anything else they want to cover before we do the latest train on Amtrak? Because I found it and it's a doozy.
I was gonna bring up Mark, our good friend Mark.
Yes.
has
Merc.
started another channel called Heist Studio.
Okay.
It's for his music adventures. You should go watch. He did an episode on End of the Line, which I'd argue is a very good song. Just go watch it.
All right. Yeah, I'll put that in the. That's right. I forgot he has that second channel now. I'll put that in the cargos.
Started like last week. Let's go.
Anyway. Any guesses then?
Northbound Crescent.
Northbound Crescent. Okay.
I don't want to
Is
say
it
that.
here? There's only a southbound Crescent on the system right now.
Northbound Starlight.
Northbound Starlight. Okay. Anybody else?
Westbound Pioneer Zephyr?
Excuse me?
No, that's
I'm
not
sorry.
a
The
thing, is it?
Pioneer
No.
Zephyr is very late.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's 30 years too late.
Listen, I had a brain fart.
I'm a pioneer.
Just,
I'm coming.
I might be having a stroke, but do Zephyrs exist?
There.
Yeah.
I mean,
California
there's the
Zephyr.
California Zephyr.
That one.
There's also the
That's what I was
Saudi
thinking
Zephyr.
Yeah,
California.
Which California
that one's
Zephyr?
also very late.
Eastbound.
Okay. Eastbound California Zephyr. Northbound Coast Starlight. Tyler, you
here. You said it was a doozy, right?
Yeah. But by that I just mean it's
Okay.
very late.
Well, you say that, and I have a feeling, knowing this service, Empire Builder.
Wait, which is the Amtrak train that goes through East Palestine?
Eastbound.
Eastbound Empire Builder? Okay.
Yeah.
East, what were you saying?
Which is the Amtrak train which goes through East Palestine?
That's
Probably
the
the
capital punishment. It's
time.
not running right now.
I'm
I
gonna take
wonder
that.
why it's not running right now.
The capital limited is not on system, unsurprisingly. Best I can do is the Pennsylvanian. Actually, that's not on system either.
Yeah, no, I'll take Westbound Zephyr.
Westbound Zephyr? Okay. Well, let's do the Zephyrs first. The eastbound California Zephyr is 2 hours and 3 minutes late at Fraser, Colorado. It's also 2 hours and 19 minutes late at Reno, Nevada.
Or two of them.
Yeah, neither of those are the latest train on Amtrak. The westbound is doing a little bit better. One is 21 minutes late. The other is 22 minutes late. One's in
That's good.
one is in Utah and the other one is in Iowa. The
Okay.
Coast Starlight. There is one right now that is outside of Salinas, California. It is 13 minutes late. The Empire Builder, the eastbound Empire Builder, is 2 minutes early at Stanley, North Dakota, and
Wow.
also 5 hours and 39 minutes late at Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Milwaukee.
But it is
Road.
not the latest train on Amtrak. The latest train on Amtrak is a second Coast Starlight, northbound to Seattle, outside of Chemolt, Oregon, 7 hours and 1 minute late. Congratulations, Milky.
Yeah.
Hey.
I'm surprised the Starlight can. Well, okay.
It has
it's
a long
northbound
way to
route.
go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like,
A short time to get
look
there.
at how far the Empire Builder has to go.
Yeah, and the Empire Builder's 5 hours late. What's your point?
Look at how many places they could run into a truck.
Oh no.
Wait, it's all East Palestine?
Oh no.
Always
been.
has. What? What
Alright,
about West Palestine, though?
Jeez. Let's wrap this up.
Alright,
Yes, I agree.
we gotta do terminations. I forgot that's a thing.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't have anything written down. I should have saved one of my random articles. Whatever, I'll do this one because I alluded to it. Cass has Shays and it also has a new bridge,
This is true.
which I would love to go see/do whatever the hell has to do with this bridge. This is on the Durban and Greenbrier, I think.
Yeah.
Cast to Durban is completed. So, the official steam locomotive of West Virginia, Shea number 5, made the first complete trip over the line since 1985. It only took it 17 hours.
Yeah.
And, yeah, that's
The engineer
super
was
cool.
reported to have grown a beard by the end of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Children were born and grew up, never knowing
Yeah.
anything with the ride from Durban to Cass.
Like Caboose was their only home. It was their school. It was their playground. It was their life.
Okay.
And then they reached Durban.
And Jader was there.
Yes.
Anyway, Cass has Bridge. Milky, what's your termination?
My termination is this cool photo that I found on the narrow gauge discussion forum of the White Mountain Scenic Railroad in Arizona.
What the heck?
Yes! It's the
Believe it or
beach!
not, those are both Mycodews.
What?
My
Macabre.
children!
Yeah, no, I see that. I think I see that. I mean, I believe you. Just where? Never mind.
It was on the reservation.
Where
They
did
got
these come
kicked
from,
off
and where
because-
did they go?
Okay, Sierra 36
Whoa.
came from Sierra, went to
Yeah.
Kepner. That is Santa Maria Valley number 100, if I remember correctly, right?
Yep.
Also went to Kepner.
Okay, so these both fell
They
into the
both-
black hole that is Kepner's backyard.
Yeah. Well, at
One
first they
is-
fell into the black hole that was here,
Yeah.
and then they got sucked into the black hole that is Kepner.
Rest in peace, Fred Kepner.
Yes,
Rest in
peace, Kepner.
Dean, did you make the meme? Okay, no. Oh, this is the Ohio picture.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just Ohio.
Anyway, Tyler.
As mentioned before, good movie. Go watch it.
Yes, go watch The Wind
It is such a
Rises.
good movie.
Didn't
y'all do that for Niggy?
No, we didn't do Wind Rises.
Phyllis?
We did My Neighbor Totoro, and we did Spirited Away.
Well, now you
Oh.
gotta do it.
I know. Well, we
Yeah,
gotta
you have to
actually
do it.
start doing that show again. We were supposed to do Hamilton, and then Gloria got sick, and then I got sick, and then we haven't made the show
Mhm.
since.
Alright.
But you know, we'll get back to it at some point. We've been watching Stargate
Eventually.
instead. East.
I hate my college Wi-Fi.
That's fair.
Yeah. Anyway,
It's-
so of course,
Fuck my
special thanks
college
to our viewers for sticking it out. Although this was actually a fairly short one, but thanks to you guys for coming on, especially Tyler, to make this a
whole
speedy episode
podcast. Yeah.
and make this episode actually happen
quote,
because
speedy.
I thought it was going to not happen this weekend, which means we would have had to
Right.
push, which means we would not have had our April 1st episode, which means O'Gillies would be upset.
Yes.
So you're keeping O'Gillies happy. Thanks to Stephen West for running the Locobase and steamlocomotive.com. Without it, we would not have Locomotive Versus. And thanks to who runs this? Live Trains LLC, not Virtual Railfan this time.
Yeah.
Please don't sue us,
Yeah, please don't sue us.
but
Well,
we will
introduce.
promote your stuff.
Yeah, this is a cool camera, and
Yeah.
the sign is in fact moving. So
I knew
in
it.
case you have an emergency, call Conrail. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.